Evening, everyone. Today we are going to learn about money and how to earn it online. So far, we have been focused on uh, how you can spread the word about your business, your product, your services. Today, we'll look at the financial aspect of your business. So, why should you learn about money online? Because the digital world is the new marketplace. Earlier, businesses needed the shops or the factories or the stores. Today, you can run your business right from your home with just a phone and internet. For example, a class 10 student can sell handmade bracelets on Instagram. A gamer can stream on YouTube and earn money from the ads. A teacher can run an online coding class for kids. And this is important because online platforms basically give you an opportunity to share your talent, your skill, your product, your services. But earning money is not just about creating. You must know how to count the cost, set the prices, and calculate the profit. Right? Entrepreneurship mindset at your age is quite important. If you learn the money basics early, that will help you think like an entrepreneur. It will prepare you for future careers, freelancing, even running your own business. In short, if you can dream it, you can sell it online, but only if you understand how the money flows. Now let's look at how the businesses earn money online. There are multiple ways we can earn the money. We'll talk about five different ways. You can sell your product and services online, which means you create something valuable and sell it online. For example, kids can sell the handmade jewelry, they can sell the bookmarks, cakes through Instagram. They can often be tutoring classes for math, science, art, coding via Zoom. And if you look at the big brands, Amazon exactly does the same thing. It sells the products online. The second way to earn the money is through the advertising revenue. Businesses get paid when the ads appear on their content. For example, a YouTube channel can earn the money when the ads play before or during the videos. A blog with visitors shows the Google ads and earns the revenue per click per view kind of a thing. If you look at the big brands, YouTube creators, the bloggers, they do exactly the same. The third way of earning the money is through the subscription. What it means is people may pay you monthly or annually or whatever frequency you have set up to keep using your service. For example, there are online learning apps like Byju's, Unacademy, or you can have the game passes like Minecraft, Roblox Premium, and likewise. If you look at the big brands, Netflix does exactly the same thing, subscription, Spotify does the same thing, Hotstar does the same thing. They offer the subscriptions. Amazon Prime, all these are the examples. Then the fourth way is the freemium model. What it means is you provide something free. The basic features as free, but you pay for some extra features or the premium features. For example, Canva. You get the free templates, but pro templates cost money. With the pro, the premium Canva subscription, you get additional features. You can actually set up your own palette. You can have your brand kit set up and automatically applies and all of the things. Similarly, free games with ads, but when you pay to remove the ads or unlock the premium features, it becomes a premium model. The big brands, Canva, we already spoke about, and Duolingo is there, Zoom is there. Zoom has a 40 minutes restriction for the free users. But when you take the premium subscription of Zoom, um, you get more minutes, etc. The last way is the affiliate marketing. What it means is you recommend another company's product. If someone buys using your link, you earn a small commission. Now, this is becoming very prevalent. For example, Amazon, you can bring the traffic onto your website and let them shop over Amazon. Anytime the product is sold, you get the affiliate commission. A student can recommend a cool book on Instagram. If the friend buys it through their link, he earns a small reward. With brand example, Amazon. Amazon Associates is the specific business, and the Flipkart affiliate is there. Influencer links are there on Instagram. So basically, the five main ways: selling products and services, advertising revenue, subscriptions, premium models, affiliate marketing. These are the five main ways how the money flows online. And most of the successful digital entrepreneurs mix two or three methods. For example, YouTube's would earn from ads, sponsorships, and selling their own products as well. Now, let's understand some of the key terms that is very, very essential to be a successful entrepreneur. First is revenue, right? Revenue is the total money your business is receiving from selling the products or the services, right? It is also known as sales. It is also known as turnover, but it does not consider any of the expenses that could be incurred in giving these services, like materials, the internet, the electricity, and all other things. The easiest way to calculate revenue is what price you are selling the product or the service and what quantity you have sold. For example, a student is selling the handmade cards and set the price per card as 20 rupees and he sold 50 cards. So the revenue will be 20 multiplied by 50, which is 1000. Right? Similarly, if somebody is giving the tutoring classes, so price per class is 200 rupees. There are five students and two classes have been conducted, so your revenue will be 200 multiplied by 5 multiplied by 2, which is 2000. Similarly, if there is a YouTube channel, there is 1,000 video views that earns 50 rupees from ads, and if you get 20,000 views in a month, so your revenue will be 20 into 50, which is 1,000 rupees. So basically, a revenue is important because revenue shows how much money is coming in, but it does not tell you if the business is making profit or loss, right? That comes after deducting the cost. And the higher revenue often means that your business is growing, but profit depends on the cost. Being the startup mentor, this is very important that I'm telling you. You should not always look at the revenue numbers because revenues may tell you the business is happening. But if you don't look at in conjunction with the cost, you may live in an illusional world that the business is expanding. If you deduct the cost and if you're incurring cost more than your revenue, your business is actually at loss and it is not sustainable. So just looking at the revenue numbers may not be the right indicator. Okay, now let's look at the cost. We've been talking about cost. Cost is the money that you spend to make or run your business, right? Without spending something, most of the business cannot grow, cannot start. Now, what could be the cost? One is the material cost, things that you need to create your product or service. For example, you buy the chart paper and colors for 200 rupees. You buy the baking ingredients for cakes for 300 rupees. All of this is your material cost. Then comes the technology or the tools cost. For example, you get the internet recharge for 100 rupees, or you buy a basic tripod or a mic for 500 rupees. All of these will be technology and tools cost. Then comes the marketing cost. Now, this is the money that you are spending to promote your business. For example, you print the flyers for 150 rupees, or you run an Instagram ad. You run the Instagram ad for 200 rupees. All of these are marketing costs. Or if you print the pamphlets for some rupees, that is also marketing cost. Then comes the delivery or the service cost. For example, you send out your product using courier, and the courier charge is 80 rupees. That is your delivery cost. Or The transportation cost to deliver the items, that's 120 rupees. That is also your delivery cost. A simple example, let's say you start a bookmarking making business. Your chart paper and markers cost you 150 rupees. Internet recharge to post on Instagram costs you 100 rupees, and the packing material costs you 50 rupees. So your total cost will be 150 plus 100 plus 50, which is 300 rupees. That is how you determine your costs. Remember, cost must always be less than your revenue if you want to make a profit. And if you're not making a profit, you should not run the business. The whole objective of running the business is to make the profits. Now let's understand what is profit. Now profit is the money that you're left with after you subtract all your costs from the revenue. So let's say your revenue was 100 and your cost was 80. So 100 minus 80 would be 20, and that will be your profit. Think of it as your real earning that you keep, save, or reinvest. And the formula for the profit is revenue minus cost. Very simple, right? Let's take an example of handmade cards. Your revenue was 1000 rupees because you sold 50 cards at 20 each, and your cost was 300 rupees for the paper, colors, glues, etc. Your profit will be 1000 minus 300, that will be 700. This is your real earning. This is your profit. Similarly, if you are running a cupcake business, let's say your revenue was 2000 rupees because you sold 100 cupcakes with 20 rupees each, and the cost was 1200 rupees. All material costs for the flour, for the sugar, butter, electricity, boxes, etc. So your profit will be 2000 minus 1200, that will be 800 rupees. Now, even though you collected 2800 was your actual earning, this is the profit. Now, we've been talking about profit. Why profit is important? Because this is your reward. Profit is what you keep after your hard work. Profit shows the growth. You can reinvest this profit to grow your business. You can buy more materials, you can improve the quality, you can do a lot many things with this profit. It is your saving because profit helps build the financial security. You keep on accumulating the profit, you will have enough cash to be spent for whatever purposes you want to spend for. Now, imagine you sell lemonade. You collect 100 rupees from customers, that will be your revenue. And you spend 40 rupees on lemon, sugar, cups, that will be your cost. So the remaining 60 rupees in your piggy bank is your profit. Now the money that actually goes into your piggy bank after paying all the bills is your profit. Okay. Now we have learned three important concepts: the revenue, cost, and the profit. Use it judiciously to ensure your business is sustainable. Now let's talk about the digital payment. Payment can be done with cash, but now the digital payment is coming up, which means you pay and receive the money using the technology like phone, computers instead of cash. You all use UPI. UPI stands for Unified Payments Interface. You must be using the apps like Google Pay, Phone Pay, Paytm, Pay UPI. All of them are using the UPI, and it works with your bank account directly. You only need a mobile number and a UPI PIN to send or receive the money. For example, you go to the ice cream shop and scan the QR code and pay them instantly. That is through UPI. The other way is using the debit and the credit cards. Debit card is directly connected to your bank account. Whenever you swipe your debit card, the money gets deducted immediately. Other is the credit card. It is like taking a temporary loan. You borrow the money from the bank and pay it back later. Typically, you have 1 month cycle. Whatever transactions you are doing in that 1 month will get accumulated and you get a bill at the end of the month. Now, this is widely used in online shopping, subscriptions, travel bookings, etc. The other way is the online wallets, for example, Paytm wallet or Amazon Pay or MobiKwik. It is like carrying the money in your purse, right? You load the money into the wallet first and then you spend it. It is very useful for small payments like mobile recharge or ordering the snacks online. The fourth way is the net banking. Now, this is provided by your bank, and you log in with your username and password on bank's secure website or the app, and it allows you to transfer the money, pay the bills, and check the balances. Okay. Now, some of the digital payment safety tips you should consider. Always remember you should download the official apps from Play Store and App Store. You should use strong passwords and not your birthday or your last name or your first name or uh, uh, numbers like 1234. You should never share your OTP. You should never share your PIN with anyone. And double check the receiver's name before paying. The very recent scam that is happening is you have these Paytm QR codes on the shops, and some miscreants, what they do, they will create their own QR code and paste their QR code on the Paytm QR code. So a normal consumer would go to scan and pay the money. But the catch is every time you scan the QR code, it shows you where the money is going. You should always check with the person, is this your QR code? Is this the name that is being displayed? Only when he confirms, you should make the payment. And you should use the secure internet. You should avoid free public Wi-Fi. Right now, we are running one of the cohorts that is focused on cybersecurity awareness, and that talks about all of these things and much more. How cybersecurity should be um, considered in your daily life. We are giving you only a few tips regarding the digital payments, but you should be more aware of other things as well. Now, for you, you should see what your parents or guardians are actually using, what payment methods they are using. Are they using UPI? Are they using credit card, or they're using online wallets, or they're using net bank? Now, think if you had to sell the bookmarks online, which payment method would you prefer? Also, why would you prefer? So, a little more around the safety when you're using the digital payments. When you pay the money online, your money actually travels through the internet. And if you're careless, hackers and scammers can actually steal it. That's why being safe is as important as earning. Some of the tips, you should always use a secured Wi-Fi and not the free public ones. You can use your mobile data, you can use your home Wi-Fi, the best thing. Free Wi-Fi in cafe, malls, railway stations is often unsafe, right? You should avoid that. Hackers can steal your password or the payment details on the public networks. Now, if you have to use public Wi-Fi and there is no other option, try to avoid making payments at that time. You should never share your OTPs and the PINs. OTP is one-time password which is sent to your phone during the payments, and PIN is the secret number for your cards, UPI, etc. Banks and apps will never ask you for the OTP or the PIN on the calls or the messages. If someone asks, it is a scam, right? You should only enter the OTP on the official apps or the websites when you are making the payment yourself. Another thing that you should consider is verifying the seller before sending the money. You should check the seller's rating, reviews, authenticity. Avoid unknown links from WhatsApp or email that will promise free gifts, instant money, etc. All these are scams, right? We should always look for verified accounts on the apps, typically, blue ticks or the official logos, etc. Remember, if a deal looks too good to be true, it is usually fake, right? Avoid that. Next, whenever you're doing the transactions, always keep the transaction proofs with you. Any receipts that you get, any confirmation, uh, payment confirmation, always take a screenshot. This will help you in case there is a dispute or there is a refund request. It is also useful for tracking your earnings if you start a small online business, right? You can create a simple folder saying payments to keep all the receipts safe. Now, treat your digital money like your school bag full of cash. You should never leave it open, never share it with strangers, and always keep it safe. Okay. Now, this is the assignment for you. What you have to do is you have to make a price list for your product or the service, right? Now, this assignment will help you understand how to set the prices and calculate the earnings like a real entrepreneur. What you have to do is, first of all, choose your product or service, right? Think of something simple that you can create or offer. For example, handmade bookmarks, greeting cards, cupcakes, lemonades, homemade snacks, tutoring a subject, whatever it is. So, the business idea that you are carrying forward in all these modules, think about what product or service you are going to offer, right? Then list the price for each item and the service. You should decide how much you will charge. Be practical, keep it affordable, but make sure you are covering the cost. For example, if you're selling the bookmark, sell it for 50 rupees, or a greeting card, it could be around 80 rupees, cupcakes, 40 rupees, rather than bookmark for 500 rupees and greeting card for 800 rupees and cupcake for 400 rupees, right? You set the price. Then you calculate your revenue goal, let's say 1,000 rupees. Now you have to plan how you can reach 1,000 rupees in sales. Simple thing is the number of sales needed will be 1,000 divided by the price of item. For example, if your bookmark is priced at 50 rupees, so 1,000 divided by 50 will give you 20 sales. Similarly, you have the greeting card priced at 80 rupees. 1,000 divided by 80 will give you approximately 13 sales. And similarly, if the cupcake was for 40 rupees, then 1,000 divided by 40, which is 25 sales you have to do to achieve that sales number. Now, you can also combine the products. You can mix the products and the services to reach your goal. For example, you plan to sell 10 bookmarks at 50 rupees. That will earn you 500 rupees. Five greeting cards at 80 rupees. That will earn you 400 rupees. And two cupcakes at 40 rupees. That would be 80 rupees. In total, it is 980, which is almost 1,000 rupees. You can also do that. Then you have to add the costs. Now think about the cost of materials or the time that is going to be spent in those products and services. For example, paper and colors for bookmarks, let's say it is costing 100 rupees. The ingredients for cupcakes is 150 rupees. So revenue minus cost will give you the profit. This will show how much you are actually earning. What you have to submit as part of assignment is you have to submit the product and service ideas that you are going to sell. What is the price list for each of those product and service ideas, and your sales plan to earn the first 1,000 rupees, right? It will be good if you do the profit calculation after subtracting costs. This is how you will actually get to practice the real world math and the entrepreneurship in a fun and creative way. Okay, again, go on to the link, upload your assignment, and then close the form. Until unless you have uploaded all the 10 assignments, you will not be able to submit the form. Okay, quick recap of what you have learned today. Um, you learned how online businesses earn money. It is through selling the product services, or through ads, or through subscriptions, and many other ways. You also learned about revenue, cost, and profit, which are the building blocks of every business. And you learned about the digital payment methods and safety using the UPIs, the wallets, and the cards responsibly. Why this should matter to you? Even as a student, you can start small. You can sell the bookmarks, art tutorials, digital content, etc. But understanding the money early will make you a smarter entrepreneur later. And you should know how to stay safe online so that you can protect your hard work. So your assignment, you have to make a price list for your product services, calculate how many sales you need to reach 1,000 rupees, and think of it as your first milestone in your entrepreneurship journey. Okay. Now, every big business once started with a small first sales. Your first 1,000 rupees will be the seed of your entrepreneurial journey. Plan it well, and you will be able to make your business profitable. And if you have any of the questions, you need any help or guidance, we are always there. Best mechanism is to reach out to us through WhatsApp group. You can also call us. You can also email us. We are here to give you all the help that is possible. And this is the QR code for our LinkedIn page. Do follow us and learn about what all work we are doing besides this education. If you have any of the questions, you can ask now. If no questions, we'll end this session today and we'll meet next week with module 9 and 10. Okay. Thank you, everyone. Have a good week. Thank you. Bye bye.